In life, we have moments of time to talk to people. We have moments of time to tell them how we feel. We have moments of time to let them know what we're thinking. We have moments of time to discuss things. We have moments of time to share information. We have moments of time to give feedback. We have moments of time to listen. We have moments of time to hear what people are trying to accomplish and say, okay, that's totally doable, but it sounds like you're having a trouble with how to figure out how to do that. And then we give our information. We give our advice. We give our professional wisdom, and we hope that they will take it into their souls. When I'm talking about these things, of course, I'm talking about a lot of different aspects of professional life. That we go out into the community, we network, we sell, we do all sorts of things, and we meet someone new. When we meet someone new, we're sort of excited. We feel like, hey, this was a great conversation. Hey, this was a great liaison. And hey, this might be a great beginning of a beautiful partnership, or a beautiful strategic alliance, or a beautiful profitable partnership. But in life, we don't know if we don't take the second step. What I'm talking about, of course, is that in life we have lots of opportunities to make new acquaintances. But sometimes we have technology and other people who interfere with our rights to do that. They sometimes hear what we've been about and hear about our conversations, and then they totally poo-poo what we were thinking, feeling, and planning to do with the new liaison in which we just met. That is ill will. You see, the Lord puts people on one's path, and when someone else interferes, they're violating the Lord's rules in that He is Lord of all, and He plans lives. He plans lives to do lots of things, to be together for a long period of time. He plans lives to produce long-term relationships, and long-term love partnerships, and long-term many things. There, of course, are people who don't handle long-term relationships well. That is what they're here on this planet to learn, is how to do that. Sometimes they have to really keep fighting for it. They have to really keep trying. They have to really keep doing things to say, I love you. Stop saying that you don't need me, because God is saying we need each other. Now, I can say those things, and I can mean those things, and I can feel those things, but that doesn't mean that the people that I care about, the people that I'm excited to know, the people that I'm excited to have met or just met, don't feel the same. There's a lot of people who just want to do one-off wonders. They want to have that great little experience, and then they want to move on to the next person. They literally say, next, or talk to the hand. It's sort of ill will. It really sort of throws the crap in the fan of God, who's trying to blow us in the right directions in life. Now, when I'm talking about homelessness, it's a totally different subject, right? I'm literally saying, hey, in homelessness, we need people. We need people to notice us. We need people to converse with us. We need people to not think that we're all here based on some vice or some addiction or something that's preventing us from getting employment. In my particular case, I've experienced cybercrime. Lots of it from 2015 until now. It's literally, what, 2000, when? You tell me. It's been a long time. I've been experiencing a really long time. I'm not saying I don't know. I'm just saying, look, this is a long time and a long haul coming, where everybody thought they'd participate, or someone decided to place a game and get people to participate, either for ill will against me, or eventually to turn around and say, ah, you did this, now we're taking you to jail. That's not really fair. Now, in life, we have moments of time to make all the difference in the world for people. We can either be positive influences on their life and really help them to go further in life and really promote and produce the fact that we are on God's holy path, meaning we are there to love people into well-being. We're there to help them with their situations. We are there to connect them to new people, and we're there to help them find employment. Or we can be the reverse. We can be the type of people who literally just crap on people's lives, make all sorts of inappropriate comments, give difficult situations to people, and make it impossible for them to go on in life. Now, which do you think God would be pleased with? That's totally up to you. In life, we have moments of time to make a difference. In a homeless person's life, time is of utmost value. If they don't have a car, they're spending a lot of time walking. They're spending a lot of time energy walking, especially in the heat of the summer or the freezing cold temperatures of the winter. We also have to look at, what are we doing for them? Something that people have been doing a lot lately is trying to give me food. I don't like it. First of all, they didn't ask me whether or not I needed food or wanted food at that moment in time. So that was sort of a withholding of my rights, meaning they're going to take away my right to simply say, gosh, thanks, but no thanks. They're going to try and force me to take a plate of food that I have no idea what they did to it. I have no idea if they're well. I have no idea if they coughed on it. I have no idea if they smoked around it. I have no idea what they did to it. But literally, they expect me to accept that from a total stranger. I have had situations where total strangers have literally bought me food, and then I wake up hours later having been put to sleep by something. I don't appreciate that, because I usually find something taken. That's the illness in the land, that people like to play games with other people's lives. They like to test little formulas. They like to do things with CBD oil, and it's not right. If a person is taking that on their own lonesome to help them with sleep, that's one thing. It's totally something else if someone else tries to lace something to make someone else forced to sleep. What I find ill-willed is every time I sit down after a long walk, literally miles and miles in walking, and I start to sort of fade, meaning I start to fall asleep a little bit sitting down, someone comes over and wakes me up. There's only been one time that I've appreciated it. That one time was literally I fell asleep around the Noblesville Square in the sun, and I started to get a sunburn. And so it was a loving thing that that man walked over and said, "Are you okay?" which helped me to wake up. Now, it would have been more appropriate for him to say, "Listen, I hate to bother you, and I hate to wake you up when you're probably resting really well, but I'm a little concerned about the fact that you're light-skinned and you're sitting in the sun and you're starting to burn." And that would have been really loving and kind. Then we could have begun a conversation. I could have found out his name instead of feeling like it was just a law enforcement officer trying to be a jerk. But I also have found people in bicycle shops and other places around town kind of the same. I start to fade because I've just walked literally 3 to 10 miles to get where I'm going and to take a break and to cool down before I go into an appointment. And I start to fade a little bit because I have a little bit of time to take a rest. And someone will just get out of the car and come and say, "You okay?" "Well, I'm resting. Leave me the hell alone." And that's sort of what a lot of people feel. It's the same for the elderly. The elderly, who are much older than me, do literally get fatigued. We all age, our cells kind of get deteriorating, and that's what we do. Now, there is a little product that I don't talk about very much, but it is something that I sell with the help of my only family member who I still sort of have a care for, which is my mother. My 86 or 87-year-old mother, how old she is now, born in 1930s, if you will, literally has an interest in cellular health. She is an NRF2 user. She is someone who likes to biohack the body, and she openly has improved her eyesight because she started taking the product. Now, whether that's a long-term fix, I don't know. I just know that her optometrist said, "Wow, your eyes got better," after she had taken the product for a long time. In my own case, I found that my deviated septum stopped dripping all the time once I started taking the product. And I didn't realize it until recently when I had to stop taking the product because I couldn't get out the store to get some, and then my nose was dripping all the time. Now, thankfully, I'm getting back on this all-natural product because I don't like my nose dripping, especially if I've got an intimate moment to talk to someone. I don't want to be wiping snot off my face. But that's the way it goes. People do have runny noses, and that's the way it is. But what I'm talking about is a pill that has been proven to reduce oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days. Now, this has been scientifically proven, to the point that the studies are literally posted on PubMed.gov. I think there's 7 to 10 studies. I don't know how many there is right now. I also know that this pill has been legally tested in the fact that it can be sold now in all 50 states within America and literally in 7 or 8 other countries around the globe, possibly more now. Again, it's been a while since I've checked in on how far the program is growing. But this particular product is a very inexpensive health maintenance product. We can't prove it's going to do anything for you. We can't prove that it's going to fix anything. It certainly is not going to be something we can promise to say that it's going to cure something. We cannot say that it will prevent something, but what we do know is that oxidative stress causes over 100,000 diseases in the land. You can look that up on PubMed.gov, which is the doctors and scientists website, where they look up information and research. But the reality is that what we do know is that when we have a room full of people who literally have chosen to take this $50 a month product, $40 for a product, $10 for shipping and handling, coming straight to their doorstep, is that an entire room full of people will raise their hand on how that little product has helped them in some way. And for each person, it's uniquely different than what possibly they anticipated it would. So if you're looking at a way to improve your health, if you're looking at a way to improve your energy, we have had studies in which it does that. We also know from what the pet industry can do and what vets can do in terms of their own scientific studies that it's been a phenomenal pill inside of animals, particularly horses. It has improved their stamina and their energy, especially if they're old. And openly, it has done a lot for dogs, taking away arthritis and other things. But there is a pet or dog-friendly version for them as long as they're not allergic to chicken. Now, this product is all natural. It's got a mix of herbs that have been put together in a special formula that makes it perfect for other people. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm talking about affiliated marketing. I'm talking about promoting a product that you can literally look up and see underneath scientific research, but you can also see in terms of ABC Primetime did a live special on it when it first came out. They tried to debunk it. They couldn't. The man who is pretty famous is still actually, what I've heard, taking the product. So are some professional ball players who are taking the product and some runners because they like the recovery time. But for everyone, it's different. But all I can tell you is that if you're trying to do something to kind of keep your energy going, this might be the right thing for you. Because as we age, we fatigue. We need naps, we need other things going on, and this particular item has done a really good job for a very large number of people. There are a handful of people that are allergic, but you don't know until you try, and that's the truth. So, if you'd like to learn more about NRF2 science or NRF1 science, NRF2 is for the body, NRF1 is for the mind, then certainly reach out to me in the community. I have a handful on me, and I'm happy to sell it to you right there on the spot, and then give you the website where you can pick up the next bottle. So you can start your 30 days right now, and then go and do the next. The scientist, who literally has now retired after 40 years of researching oxidative stress, has literally said that a 120-day trial is best. So you're talking about 3 months to check something out, see if it does anything for you or not. But what we do know is in scientific studies, in actual examinations and evaluations, that it takes the blood back to the level of a 20-year-old. And that's really important. So if you'd like to purchase this product, or if you'd like to see it online, you can simply go to www.blazecom, that's BLAZECOM, .lifevantage, LIFE, capital BANTAGE.com. I suppose you don't need the capitals, but I just like to do it that way. And in life, you can not only help me to keep moving forward in life, but you can help you to have better science, better cellular health in your body. One pill can help to clean out difficulties and clean out your cells and allow you to still have your vices of whatever it might be. Eating the wrong foods or smoking or other things. I'm not promoting those things. I'm just saying sometimes we need to offset it with something that will really help our health. Thanks for listening.